Thank you. All right. Hey, let's go. I'm so excited to be here. Welcome to episode 6 of Real Bar Talk. We are here. We made it.
Yes.
We made it. Once again, this is a no holds bar discussion each week about the scene, the whole bar scene, what's going on, in and out. Actually, to be honest with you, it could be anything. Just having a good time in the bar, out of the bar, whatever it is. That's what we're here to do. As always, I'm with my co-host, Mr. Mike Reed, trusty podcast engineer, makes this whole thing happen. How you doing, Mike?
What's up, y'all? I'm doing great. How you doing today? It's Monday.
It was a rough one today.
It was.
It was a little bit of a rough one.
I think that because it was, for me, it was because it was a long week.
Yeah.
It's been a long week. Today was a long day.
You know, I've been telling people this lately. I work so many days. Like, I swear to God, right on Sunday, I just start to just burn out.
Right.
So Monday's like what's that? Like my body rejuvenating a little bit. And so today I had a little bit longer Monday, did some extra stuff, and I hate that.
Started your baseball, right?
Yes. Coached first practice. And shout out to my baseball team. We are the Coors Hill Little League Phillies.
Nice.
Yeah. And they, I think I drafted pretty dang good. Okay. We were looking today, and even the guy that's coaching with me, my assistant coach on the team, we don't know each other very well. We've known each other a little while, but we don't know each other very well. And even after he was done with the practice, he shot me a text and said, "Man, our team looks pretty athletic. Like, I think we're going to be pretty good defensively because we got some good pitchers too. So it looks good. I'm just tomorrow we're going to do batting practice, and then we'll really be able to see.
Right, yeah.
You know, and my oldest son is on the team, and
nice.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting season, so I can't wait. But it was fun. It was cold.
It was cold.
It was cold, man. I hate the cold. If you know anything about me, I hate the cold.
I did too.
Anyways, as always, we are sponsored by the beautiful Alchemy Row. I always say the beautiful, and it's not beautiful. It's kind of ugly in a weird way, but it's ugly beautiful, like a pug. You know, like a pug. You know how pugs are like ugly cute. That's our bar. That's what we should call ourselves. Ugly cute.
Ugly cute.
Ugly fucking cute.
I like it though.
I do too. This is home. That's what's so good about it. It's a little dive bar. It's home. The food's good. The drinks are good. The vibe is good. You can't beat that.
You can't, man.
Yeah, come check it out.
Yes.
I'm excited about the show today. How excited are you? Excited about the show?
I am excited about the show.
Do you know who I have coming on the show today? Do you know him?
You know what? I don't know him.
You don't know him. You're about to find out.
I know, and I'm actually excited about it.
Let me just tell you, this is like, he is, if not my best friend, he's one of my best friends for sure.
I can tell because you guys fight a lot. You guys argue a lot.
We do. We fight like
brothers.
We almost fight like I swear to God, if you come to my house when we're all there, it's like me, JP, and him are like a weird throuple. It's true. It is true.
It's all love, though. I love it.
It is. I can't wait to get him on here. Yeah. But before we go to that,
let's talk about the Super Bowl.
Before we get to the Super Bowl, how are you doing? You doing okay?
I'm doing all right.
You feeling okay? Okay. All right. That's good. That's good. So now with the Super Bowl, how was your Super Bowl?
It was great.
You had fun?
It was actually great, yeah, because I go to my boy's house. Shout out to my boy Ant. I go to his house every year. He throws a lot of parties throughout the year, and Super Bowl is always amazing. And I got to see some of my closest people that I haven't seen in a couple of years because of the pandemic, a few years ago. So it was good to see them.
That's cool.
Yeah,
That's
I had
fun.
a great time.
You were telling me that you got to go. You almost didn't even want to go, and then once you went, you were like, "Damn, I'm really glad I went."
Right? Yeah. You know? No, absolutely.
That's awesome.
I'm actually glad I went.
That's great. I didn't do any. It was my daughter's birthday. So
yes, happy birthday to your little daughter.
She just turned 5, man. She is something else. And you know what? We had a good day. Like I was stressed out a little bit because I always I can't help it, but I like to go above and beyond for my kids.
Right. As you should.
On their birthdays. I like to do like a big grand gesture. And I've always been like this. Even with, girlfriends, whatever. Like I like to do that on their day. I like to do a big grand gesture. So, this year we're a little, we have a little bit tougher of a time because we bought a new business and all that stuff. So there's a lot going back into that. So I was scared I wasn't going to be able to do what I wanted to do with her for her 5th. And what's hard is our birthdays are close. Right. And this one is a big one for me. So,
the big four. Let's say it. That's big 4-0.
I wasn't gonna age myself, but fine. Yeah, I'm turning 40.
Fuck that. As much as you've been talking about age the last couple of days,
Yeah,
about
you
me.
can get me. Go ahead. Hey, go ahead. I deserve it. I deserve it. But yeah, I even wanted to do a big one this year for mine, and I don't usually want to do anything for mine. Usually, I like to work on my birthday. People always think that's weird, but it's my day. It's the day I like to.
Yeah.
I get everybody to come out behind the bar. It's my thing. I like it. But you know, I'm probably not gonna even do anything big for my birthday. So I wanted to do something big for hers, and we didn't get to do what we wanted. But man, she had a day. She kept saying it was the best birthday she ever had.
Yeah, that's good.
And I don't know if she was saying that because she's 5 and she just wanted to keep repeating it because she was just getting everything she wanted. But I took her shopping. You know, she got to go jump her face off at Rock and Jump. So it was cool.
No, that was great. I saw her last night because I stopped by your house after the game, and you get to see it in her face. She was so excited.
She got so many damn toys. She didn't know where to start.
She was happy about her cowboy boots.
Oh, bro.
She loved those boots.
She got me at the end. She was like, "Can I go to get shoes?" And I was like, "Okay." And she just wanted boots really bad, and she picked them out, and we found them, and she loved them, and she was like showing them off. She was funny. She's too funny. She's a girly girl. Like when you get to know her, she is.
But she has a great personality.
She does,
especially for a 5-year-old. Like she's amazing.
Man, she got a sharp tongue though.
Yeah.
Wait till DJ gets on; he'll say all about it. Oh, I said his name before we called him on. That's okay. Super Bowl. I want to say before I say anything else, I called that shit. I called that shit well before the playoffs, and there's friends out there. You're listening. You know I said Kansas City was probably going to repeat, and people are like, nah, Kansas City's done. But I called it because they're just a different, like I said, different animal in the playoffs, and the way they beat teams in the playoffs is what made me think that everybody's going to have a hard time with them, and they did. And it was a close game. The 49ers did great. Yeah. The 49ers started out so good, I thought they were going to win it. But, man, dude, that quarterback is a different.
But you know what's crazy, though? You know what's crazy? Because I at the house that I was at, it was about maybe 30, 40 people, right?
Yeah.
And most of them was 49ers fans.
As they would.
But when the 49ers started off, like you said, good, they was all happy, right?
Yeah.
Me and one other guy, my boy, we was just sitting there and we was calm and we was like, okay, you guys, it ain't over. Like, it's still a whole nother half.
Yeah.
And when you're talking about Kansas City and Mahomes, and then you got the coach Reed.
Yeah.
Like, you cannot count.
He is good, man.
Think about it. And I tell everybody this. If you give the Chiefs over a minute in scoring distance and they got to go up the field, Reed been doing that all his career.
Yep.
He's good at that.
But not even just that. I'm just even talking about overall as a coach. Andy Reid's one of the best coaches ever. Look at what he's done his whole career anywhere he goes.
Right.
You know, and he did the same thing with the Eagles. Maybe not even as good as this. This is different because he's got 2 studs. Kelce on the offensive side of the ball, Kelce and Holmes are just legit. They're as legit as they come. And someone said to me that Mahomes is overrated. And let me just say, I'm not a Kansas City fan. I'm a Green Bay fan. And I've always, I never Kansas City's never been a team I hated. But I don't generally just like cheer for a bunch of other teams. But I've always like kind of rooted for a few teams outside. And Kansas City is one of those teams that one of my friends when I was growing up liked him. So I just rooted for his team with him, like for him if my team wasn't in contention or whatever. And I didn't root for him. They're not my team. But my whole point to that is that I said that like I just lost my train of thought with the Kansas City Chiefs.
You know what's funny to me in that I think it was the third quarter or the beginning of the fourth quarter when the 49ers, they had the 5 safeties back there.
Yeah.
And Mahomes just kept, it was like, okay, we just cut you guys short and just walk up the field. Yeah. And then finally the 49ers coach like called a timeout, and to his offensive coach, he was like, dude, I do not like that. And that's when he switched it.
Yeah.
And I mean, but it's like they knew they couldn't stop Mahomes at that point because they were just going up the field.
But it was a really defensive game. They were stopping each other for a minute.
49ers was great on defense.
But that's what I was saying about Kansas City this year. Their defense is better this year, and but yeah, it's crazy that this season. I said it earlier. This season, it goes to show the top 4 teams how close they were. You know what I mean? Like even Green Bay and 49ers, everybody was counting Green Bay out. And I was like, that game is going to be tough. And that was a barely loss too. And same thing with this game. Like that game could have gone either way. It could have gone either way.
Did that missed field goal, 49ers.
And it always comes down to a missed field goal. You know
missed
that?
Field goal.
Same thing with Green Bay. Missed field goal lost them the game. It's the same thing, because Green Bay makes that field goal.
And I take it back. It was a blocked field goal. He blocked it.
Yeah.
That was a game right there.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Say, right before we go into the other one, halftime show. What did you think about it?
I was on the run. I watched the game on my phone whenever I could stop. So I got home at the fourth quarter, and that was the only quarter I sat down and watched the whole game. Okay. I saw a very, very like a very small piece of it, and I've heard some crap talk, but I don't really know. I wasn't involved. And I'll be honest with you, I haven't liked the Super Bowl halftime show since Prince was on it. That's how long it's been since there's been an.
You didn't like Dre and Snoop?
Huh?
You didn't like Dre and Snoop?
I mean, it was just I don't know why all the performances since Prince has felt bubblegummy.
But you know why Prince was great? That was the act of God. It started raining during Purple Rain.
Bro.
No one
not even just that. That was the best performance I've ever seen by an artist live like that on a halftime show. Only thing I can think of that even I like close to it was Chris Stapleton doing the national anthem last year. Killed it. But other than that, like, I just think the rest have been just kind of gummy. Right. It's not that they're bad. Like, even Bruno Mars's wasn't bad. Right. But it's just bubble gummy. It's like radio safe material, basically. Right. It's just, I don't know. I just I
didn't like the performance. Like, one I couldn't hear.
I also like sad, dramatic songs, like sad, ballady songs. And Purple Rain is not like it's slow. It's chill, you know. Man, that was the cross stage, all that was dope. But anyways, let's get our guest on here. Yeah. We've rambled enough about sports.
Sorry.
This is my best friend. This is my buddy.
Is he really?
Yeah, he really is. He really is. There's a lot of reasons why we'll get into in the show, but let's bring him on. DeeJay. Hey, say it. Go ahead. Get on the mic. That comes from DeeJay.
I know.
I said it last week that we might hear that. You might hear that now that he's on here a lot.
Say it again.
Go ahead. Mike's was like.
I know, mine's horrible.
It was so bad. Oh, God, that was good. I like it.
Don't talk about it, man.
So what's going on, everybody?
What's up, DeeJay?
I'm good.
DeeJay,
good.
Wait. What do you want to go by? You want to go by DeeJay or your government name?
We can just go by DeeJay. We're just going to keep it at that.
Yeah, we'll keep it at government names?
Yeah, I was like, we're not putting all that out there. Don't do me like that.
Right?
Hey, this is real bar talk. I'm going to need you to come closer and put your mouth closer to that thing. Don't be scared.
We don't tell people that. That's
put your mouth on the microphone.
Pause. But, yeah, I've been a little underneath the weather, so I might sound a little off today. Sorry about that.
Sorry, good.
Yeah, we were going to have, actually, I'm going to bring it up because he's going to come back on and do it, whether he wants to or not. But
exactly.
I wanted him to sing a song today because DeeJay is a really, really talented singer. Like,
I'm all right or whatever.
Better than most people you will ever hear in this lifetime.
No, the first time I saw DeeJay was at Big Shots, and I was doing karaoke over there, and I saw him perform, and I was in my head praying, "Do not call me after this guy, because he just fucking killed it."
Yeah,
I really was. Promise to God.
But I hear that like everywhere I go. People say like, "I don't want to sing after 4." I'm like, "Look,
how
it's
you follow
all right."
That up?
What you should do is you should be asking, "Hey, how you get like that?" I'll teach you in a second. I love it.
I hear, but I it's so funny because my dad used to get the same thing a lot. Like they like, "Oh, we don't want to follow him." Blah blah blah, and I'm like, whenever there's a really good singer, someone will make a comment like that. And I'm like, okay, thank you. I just say thank you. I know thanks.
Yeah.
I'll be like,
dang, I don't want to sing no more. I'm just going to go here and watch y'all.
Right?
No, but I say that because, I've been doing karaoke for 25 years. And normally it takes a lot for someone as Mike to get up there and sing, right?
Right.
But then if a newbie comes in there, then they hear him, they be like, yeah, see, I ain't going up there. I ain't going up there.
So the good singer in a karaoke show does two things.
Right.
One thing, it just makes people like, oh, I want to hear him more, and they'll stay longer. And the other is that the person that likes to sing, like, dude, don't let him sing. Yeah. He's a professional guy.
Right, this is American Idol.
I do get a lot of that too, though. I get a lot of times people say, "I'll stay." Like, are you gonna sing? Can I sing something for you? Sorry, my big old hands.
They don't mean it in a mean way, but it just I like DeeJay gets it so much. I could see he gets frustrated. He's like, "Oh, okay, like I want to sing. I came here to sing too, man. Like, leave me alone.
Like, just let me sing.
Let me do me." But that's just how it goes,
I'm just going to start doing tequila.
That's so funny. That is, what's so funny is that somebody did that on America's Got Talent as like a joke.
Didn't they make it past the first round?
Yeah, they made it past the first round.
With tequila?
Yeah, because it was.
I missed that. That's hilarious.
But go look up. America's Got Talent. Singer sings tequila.
But wait, what did he do? He had to do something else.
It was a comedy. It was a comedy thing
okay.
with it, and the comedy behind it was hilarious. So everybody started laughing. That's why he made it. That's why
I'm gonna look it up.
I was thinking of something. I was thinking about the dude that did the Shadow Hands when he did the song. That was like the best thing I think I've ever seen on there.
Oh yeah, I love that show. I can't help it. I watch that show all the time.
Yeah.
I watch it all. But anyways, before we get into games and more things, let's talk about what's in our cup real quick.
All right.
I don't remember what's in mine. Mike, you go first real quick. Let me.
Well, since they didn't have my drink today, I got to talk to the owner about
why
that.
Do you got to shoot a shot at me? Why do you have to? Why do you have to shoot a shot at me?
You know what? Because Mike, you know what?
Next time, have it.
I've been here for like the last 4 days, I want to say.
Yeah.
And if I come every day, I want my drink.
I hear you, but sometimes
we have the same today.
Yeah, it's Woodford.
Why you gotta make me feel bad?
For Reserve. Cheers on that one.
Yeah, cheers on Woodford Reserve. DJ picked this out today, and I was like, you know what? Yeah, since I don't have my drink.
Did you have the same thing?
Yeah.
Oh, I've never seen you drink Woodford. I didn't know.
Well, the reason why you have it is because I told you that this is the one that I really liked, and I was like, this one was pretty fire.
We usually carry Woodford and Gentleman's Jack ever since we opened, but we'll run. Not that many people, just being honest with you. Not a lot of people drink it. So what'll happen is I'll get one bottle and I won't get a second. And that one bottle will last me like almost 2 weeks.
Well,
and then the second week it'll run out and I'm like, oh damn. So Gentleman's Jack and Woodford will run out of all the time because of I keep one bottle because it's not gotten enough.
But it's funny. I drink that with my cigars and I introduced it to Angelo.
Oh, you fancy.
Are you fancy, huh?
Yeah, he's fancy. He drinks it with his cigars.
Whatever.
Say it again.
I introduced it to Angelo, and mine lasted in my house for a long time until he moved in, and then all of a sudden.
Well, I was going to say, this is my second cup today, so
Angelo drinks something very specific here every time, and I'm too scared to try it, but I want it one day.
Oh, no, it's good. I used to drink those when I was younger, though.
What is it called?
It's called a French Connection.
The French Connection.
You'll like that.
Well,
shit.
I like it because it's
Tennessee.
Yeah, that's my go-to right there.
That's your drink. Yeah. That's your drink.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so mine is.
Did you have to Google your drink?
No.
Did you really just Google your drink?
No.
He just pulled up his phone.
No.
Yes, he did.
No. There's a really good meaning behind mine. Okay. So if you let me get to it,
go ahead.
I'll tell you the story. Okay. So the other day, if you guys didn't know, Mr. Toby Keith passed away. I almost said Toby Keith.
Yeah, I was like, whoa.
Toby Keith. Sorry, I can't speak right now. But Toby Keith passed away. And we decided on Sunday for the Super Bowl, not only we do the Super Bowl Sunday and do our thing, we did a tribute to Toby Keith. So Tanya looked up some drinks that he makes out of his bar specifically, and that's what I'm drinking. I'm drinking a red Solo cup is what we call it. But the real drink is called, that's what I was looking for. Oh, my God.
So you did look it up.
Tanya sent me.
You lied to me on air.
No,
not you snitching.
So the real name is White Trash with Money.
White Trash with Money,
and it is razzmatazz, sweet and sour, with some Sprite.
It tastes just like the day. And
then it has a topple of beer, just a little splash of beer on top, and it's
what
pretty
beer
good.
did you decide to use?
They tell you they like to use Coors Light at their bar, and I didn't. I don't like Coors Light. There's a weird taste to it. So,
what bar?
Toby Keith's Bar and Grill.
I've never been there.
No, I haven't either. It's not. They're not out here a lot. They're a lot from where he's from, Vegas, stuff like that.
I would have used a Coors Banquet. I think that's the only beer that I can actually.
Coors Banquet would have been good, but
Fire.
So I did mine with Ultra, and it was really good. You guys want to try it?
Sure.
I guess so. Since you.
I mean, it's Toby Keith. Like, shout out.
I don't know who that is.
COVID's over.
What?
Why are you looking at me like that, Mike?
Wait a minute. Hold the phone. We're gonna have a whole conversation. You don't know who Toby Keith is?
That is pretty good. Oh, wow. No, I don't know who Toby Keith is.
It's not Kobe. It's Toby.
Toby.
Toby Keith is a famous country singer, but not just that. Like, the reason why I think you would know him is because you go to bars like this and stuff, and everybody plays Red Solo Cup.
Can I be honest with you? I don't really typically go to bars like this. This is the one I go to because you guys are family, and I love the people.
Okay, but you haven't going to karaoke shows. You've never heard anybody. You've never heard. Hold on.
I haven't. Honestly, I haven't.
No, hold on. Listen to me. Going to a karaoke bar. You've never heard anybody sing Red Solo Cup. You've never seen anybody sing Whiskey Girl, American America.
You had to.
You've had to.
So low.
Maybe I have.
Courtesy of the red, white, and blue.
No.
Wow, I'm shocked.
You need to get outside more
I'm
often.
super shocked, man.
Okay, well, first of all, remember where I'm
so
from.
you hate country music, is what you're saying?
I did not say that. Dude,
You don't like country.
Dude, why you want to put that? See, why you want to put that out there? Now you're gonna have every fucking.
I'm gonna tell. I'm gonna tell Taylor
Swift. Yeah.
Anyways, but yeah,
never mind.
I'm really sad that you didn't know who he was, but for
really
us,
excited.
we know who he is, and we're sad that he's gone. In fact, actually, I have a little story about him. I went to one of his concerts out in Orange County on a date one time, and he is really, really good. Like I never thought if you know his music, you would think he's kind of a bubblegummy country singer. He sings like those.
I was about to say, what do you mean by that?
Like he sings like Red Solo Cup and stuff like that's kind of, for a lack of a better term, goofy a little.
Is it
bit.
like kind of like? I was gonna say, is it like lackluster?
Like he's not. No, he's not. My point is, as a singer, he's not a Rascal Flatts.
Okay.
Or like a high end singer, as far as what I thought. But when I say he sounded so good live, it shocked me. Not to mention he had an amazing show. It was phenomenal. It was fun, active, funny, and I want to say that he was up there in one of the best shows that I've ever been to, because he, first of all, had a great leading act, but his show was so fun. It was so fun. It was so good. And like I said, he sounded great. So, kudos to him.
Hey.
And I'm sad that he's gone.
I tell people, you like it, I love it. Got to just listen to it a little bit more.
I'm gonna check him out one day.
Yeah, you're gonna have to. Well, I'll play some of his songs later. Maybe we should play one on the outro just to be nice. That would be cool.
That would be cool.
I don't know. We can't really do that.
Why we can't?
Huh?
Why we can't?
Isn't it like a copyright thing?
Man, I'll do what I want to do.
As long as it's under 15 seconds, if I'm not mistaken.
Man, come on.
You can do a little. You can just do the "It's time to party," and then
So we talked about what was in our cups, and I've been thinking about this, and I wrote a little blurb on the thing. I'm sure you read it on the board, but I was like, I want to really highlight me and DJ's friendship. There's a reason, because like me and DJ have become really close over the last few years, and we've been friends since. I want to say this has got to be like 8 years going on, or something like that. Close. It's got to be close.
Well, my birthday's in like 4 days, so it'll be 10.
It'll be 10. Yeah, that makes sense, because I met you. When did I meet you?
It was actually on one of my. That was actually one of the first birthdays that you actually came out to.
Yeah, where was it, at the 2020?
Yeah.
Yeah. So and
was,
you were. I think
oh my God.
I thought you were 19 or 20.
Yeah, I had just turned 20.
Okay, so that makes sense. Yeah, so I was right, like about 10 years. So that makes sense.
Oh my gosh, you just brought back so many memories. I'm like that.
You know what's so funny is that and I say this, and I'm being honest, but I just want to be honest about something and say, like, when I first heard DJ sing. Like, he is not the singer you've heard today. 10 years changes a lot, right? And I mean, like, he was still good, but more naturally good, more like maybe I could see he was didn't have as much experience.
Inexperienced at that time.
Yeah, but when I say he moved leaps and bounds from where he was at, I think a year later I see him in Big Shots, or 2 years later, whatever it was, and I was shocked. That's how good he had gotten. And he's just gotten better and better and better. It's trippy. Like,
well, I had to tell people, it's like blood, sweat, and tears was literally like to a T of what I had to go through, because the amount of practice and stuff I had to do was because people would be like, well, you're not going to make it anywhere with this. Like, you're a decent or, singer, all the way around. And I was like, you can't tell me that. Like, I'm going to make my walk. Yeah. You can't put me in a box that you want to put me in.
Yeah.
And then I started listening to, my type of music, and then the greats that I liked it, and that's how I trained myself.
Yeah, and it's funny because like this little thing that I wanted to do with you, and I wanted to really go into music, because I tell DJ all the time that he's talented on a level where he should be doing it all the time for his job. It should be his main thing job-wise.
He should.
But to break into the industry, you could be good and not make it. So it's hard. It's a very, very, very tough game to get into.
It is, and I'll give you that. And I will give it to you that it used to be. Nowadays, you can literally do anything you want. It's all about if you want to put in the work.
Yeah.
I can actually make a TV show and have my own network within 7 days. That's how long it takes. Like you can literally do anything you want. But then, it takes more than just the talent at that point. Now you got to have a business mind. You have to have the business ethics. You literally have to put in the work to put yourself out there.
Right.
So, yeah, back in the day, because I grew up in music, I don't know if you know this, but I've been in this industry for 35, 40 years. Back in the day, you had to wait on somebody. And that's why, like, now I go to schools and I teach youth and I tell people, like, and teach these kids, you can literally do it yourself, literally with your phone. Everything.
Dude. Shout out to Tanya across the bar. She made this drink for me, and it's freaking
fire.
Amazing.
Okay, Tanya, you did
Cheers,
your thing.
Tanya.
Cheers. Okay. I was gonna say the only difference from back then to now that I don't like this day and time, it was back then you had to practice and you had to get good to be on the top charts. People used to battle to be on the top of the chart, and now it's like you could just make a YouTube video with anything, and if it's goofy or you get enough likes or there's enough people behind you, you get up there. And I look at that I look at that now, and I'm like, why is this person famous? But I've been practicing.
So many. No, and you're right. There's a lot of people out there that's really they're okay, but they don't know how.
Some of them ain't even that.
Right, but they got popularity. But that again, it goes back to they put in the work to put themselves out there.
That's what I was gonna say. I'll never forget this. We had Sade come on and sing at the bar the other day, and Sade, shout out to Sade. She's awesome too. She's a great singer, and I've known Sade for longer than that, like 18, 19 years, something like that now. I don't know. It's not that long. It's like 15 or something. But either way, when she was younger, we used to have this conversation, and she could not understand what I was saying. And I was saying it back then that the same rules apply to becoming a famous singer. I'm not talking about just getting on TikTok and getting thousands of views. I'm talking about on the level of like a Beyonce or on those levels, right? It takes a whole team behind them to brand the artist. So there's a business side of it that most people don't understand. Right. And this is the biggest thing. To become a famous singer where you're making good enough money to go do what we're talking about here, it requires a stupid amount of work. And 90% of the people I've ever met that are talented enough to go do something with that,
they won't put the work.
They will not put the work in because it is hard, including myself. You guys know this. I love to sing. I got to a level where I thought, okay, I could go do something with it. As soon as I saw the amount of effort it would take me, I just realized I realized not only was I also found the level I was at too. I was like, okay, you're not quite good enough to make it to the echelon that you want, and so you need to decide whether you want to put this much work for a middle level or even less than a middle level, the lower level tier pro. Because there's a pro circuit you can get on as a singer, a player, whatever you do, and you can make $500 to $1,000 a show and stuff like that. And that's more of the lower level. And I just realized I didn't want to put in the amount of work it would take to get to that level. Right. If I was going to do it, I needed to get it all the way. And I found out that I was as good as I was. Right. And I got there.
Yeah, because there's a lot that goes with it, though. It's you practicing. If you write your own music or you have a ghostwriter, you have to deal with that and that. And then the third thing would be the amount of practice you'd have to sit down and put in and day out. Like, it doesn't matter. And then having the studio time, whatever. There's a lot that goes with it.
And there's no time off because you almost can't even get sick. That's how bad it is. Like, I talk to a lot of friends that are in the industry and they all say the same thing. You can't make it's not like you can call out on yourself. You can't call out and be like, hey, can you come in today? Oh, wait, there's nobody there. That's right. It's only me.
It's just me.
You know what I mean? You just can't. So it's different. It's even different than being just a musician. If you're just a musician, you can get in the circuit and you do have that call factor. They have thousands of musicians that can come in and play that same spot and it's the same. But
just as a singer yourself, there's a lot of things that they have now that can help you. Yeah. But you could never, like you said, call completely out. Like, if I was like that, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna need somebody to equalize and get this right while I'm on stage to make sure they cover up any mishaps that I may or may not have. Yeah. But like for myself as a singer, I don't like that. I'm like, I have very minimal things. Just make sure that the clarity's there, and I'll perform.
And I will agree with you, Mike, what you were saying about the way people use social media now to blow up their platform. Yeah. Right? There's a lot of different ways to do it now, but if you're noticing, the famous TikTokers, the TikTokers that are such good singers and they make these crazy viral videos, they're not breaking into the industry fully. Right. And the reason being is because they practice for months on that TikTok video to make it right.
But
they use all their production value to make
that's-
the song come out right, and then they get it done one time, and they may not be real singers.
But
real
Doja
artists.
Cat is a big influence in that because she was on TikTok, put out one song, and look where she's at now. I was
That's
like,
wait
a minute.
That's a real
She had a cow
artist.
suit on.
Right, but it goes back to what you were saying. You got to determine on what level or what tier you want to be at. Right. A lot of people like 'cause TikTok and social media. That's just a whole nother game.
Yeah.
Right. You can be social media famous and go do that. Or like you said, if you want to be a Beyonce, Bruno Mars, Usher, something like that, then now you got to go work, like put in that work.
Yep.
That's beyond social media.
And there's some
really have to have
singers
talent at that
there-
point.
And I will say, I'm just going to draw it back a little bit.
And networking, that's important.
There are certain singers.
Get there.
So when I started Aries Entertainment, we were a production company. We were going to do like big shows, get behind groups and do their media work for them, their marketing for them, branding, and kind of become a studio. That was not a studio, a radio station or an agency that puts out artists, right? And so there's very few people I've came into contact that I felt this way. But just to bring it back to what I was saying to how good DJ is, DJ is so good that if he would allow me, which he won't really allow me, but if he would allow me to like create an entire production behind him,
Who said I wouldn't?
He's someone that could go big time. Just because
Say it again. Who said that?
I know, but it would take a lot of work, and like I said, I know my friend, I know everything, I know about him, right? So I know the mental state you have to be in.
There. I know then he paused, like, yeah, you're right. You know
I was
a
trying
lot.
to say this the right way.
Yeah.
I know the mental state you have to be in to put the kind of work in that I'm talking.
It's a lot of sacrificing.
Yeah, so there'll be a lot of sacrifice, and you would have to be like, all right, Mike, let's do it, and then we would go to work, and it would become something for the both of us full time. Right. And so
on
so
my
we both
part,
have
just
to have
the last
time.
5 or 6 years of my life has been nothing but pretty much sacrificing and getting over and trying to make sure my mind is set and right for this, that, and the third. So I understand that now. Where my problem came in before, I had to realize that I'm not scared of the work. I was actually scared of making it because I didn't know what I was going to do once I get to that point.
You know what's so funny? You know how many artists say that? I'm scared that I'll actually make it.
Yeah, because I can pull people on the platform right now. Obviously, I'm not going to say any names that are known and professional like that, and I'm like, I'm either on par with them, or if so, a step above in just the realm of how I sing.
Yeah.
The level that I sing at. But not even just that. I'm also a dancer, and I started dancing before I started singing.
Yeah, I know that.
And I
too.
also act. So it's like there's a whole thing that it is on stage.
Let me jump into that too. Like, you're also a very unique sounding singer. You're not just a good singer. You're also very unique, which is what I think is the biggest thing. And as I bring that up, I want to play a little game with you. Kind of a game. It's not really a game. It's just really like a question and answer. So this is called Music with DJ, and I'm gonna let Mike go first. But we got some questions for you. Is that okay?
Oh, here we go. Let me see.
So where my first question is, where did the love for music come from?
I would say it started with me and my mom when we were younger. When I was younger, anywhere that we drove.
She was
in
younger
the car.
too.
Yeah, but when I say like, because you said music started with me, she already knew at that time. Anywhere we went, it was always oldies. Even if it was at home, woke up
You
on the
just
weekends.
answered my question with one question.
Oh.
That's fucked up.
Woke up in the morning, oldies. Driving in the car, oldies. And then I started getting a love for them in a different way. Like, I remember my mom started telling me when I got older, she said, shout out to you, Mom. She said that there was one singer you could never talk about, and it was Toni Braxton. I don't know why, but she had a unique sound,
Right.
and no one sounds like her. No one does what Toni does.
I love Tony.
Yeah, I know Tony.
Like she's unique. So that was that one singer. She said on the cassette, the tape, I would play that over and over and over and over and over. And I don't even know where it went, but that was it. My mom would listen, I would sing in front of her, and then she was baffled because she was like, you were so young to be able to sing like that. But that oldie style music was just, that's what it is, because it shows love. It has a purpose and a meaning behind their style of music versus this day and time, in my eyes.
Man, you know what? Can I say something? Hold on, let me say something real quick. I want to give a shout out to all moms that play oldies for their kids.
Oh, yeah.
Because if you
Totally.
listen to a lot of our big artists like Jay-Z, his mom introduced the music. Dr. Dre, his mom. Like all of these big artists, it's
Moms be
always
doing
the
it.
moms and they always talking about the moms was playing oldies by, and that's how they got on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to all the moms.
Because usually
yeah.
you got to think about it, if they were at home,
Yeah.
the mom was the one that was getting up doing, weekend breakfast, that the
Exactly.
stuff, weekend cleaning the house, and everybody got into it. They wake you up, get up, come on, it's time to.
That's
get
when you
started.
played that Sade, that weekend morning, Saturday
Okay.
mornings, like, whew.
Play
Yeah.
Sweetest Taboo,
Yeah.
Ordinary Love. Come on,
Mine was different. Mine was mostly my dad, but I realized like my mom had her little play in it. But I remember when she knew I wanted to sing, my mom was like, "Go ask your dad, because your dad can really sing." So
Right.
it was just her like way of pushing me to get help from him. But my mom always loved music. It's just my influence just came from dad. He was like
Right.
the big
and
music
he
head
can
guy.
sing,
Yeah.
man.
He really can. Okay, so my question was going to be why the classics. You answered that, and then I don't have another question, but I just want to highlight some of the stuff you've done.
How you not have another
Well,
question?
because my question was two parts, and he stole one of them already.
How you steal it?
Because I said
Who stole it, me
I said
or
why the
him?
classics? No, he already answered.
Oh.
He said it's because it came from his mom. The classics, and that's where me and DJ really like hit it off. First of all, if you ever listen to DJ sing, you know that it sounds like he has multiple personality disorders. when he's singing. That's first of all.
No, yeah, he does.
Second of all, he sings classics, and my favorite music is that era. So
Okay.
like I like, Otis Redding, Donny Hathaway is my favorite singer of all time.
And
So
just
I
to
like
be
that
clear,
era.
it's oldies, and then I also sing classics because
Right,
there's a
there's a
difference between the two.
difference,
Because
yes.
some people get it mistaken,
Yeah,
but I
it's a
do
difference.
both.
True.
So, but what is your favorite oldie song?
Ooh, can I pick 3?
yeah,
top
that's-
three, top
because that's-
three, yeah.
Because
I know,
I
that's
can't
all
pick
right.
just one.
Yeah, top
Oldies,
three,
man,
top
you look
three,
at it and
top
say,
three.
let me pick 10. Like a what was it, like the cassette or something? There's like 12 songs on it.
All right, top three.
I would say "Cause I Love You" by Lenny Williams would probably
Oh
be the
my
number one.
God.
I think
And you
that's
do
Mike's
that. You do
favorite.
that great.
He
Look.
kills it.
Yeah, he
He
kills it.
kills
He
it.
does it.
Today, my bar story is about that song.
Okay.
So
Are you doing these in order or just the top
I'm
three?
gonna do these. The first one is gonna be in order, so that's number one. But the
Okay.
next two I can't put.
Okay.
It would have to be. I'd probably "Break Up to Make Up,"
Mm-hmm.
and then I almost want to put an MJ song on there, but it's like there's so many of his that are like you can't just pick
he's
one.
His own. He's his own.
Yeah, his.
own
Now, if you said
lane,
favorite artist,
his own lane.
then I'd have to be like, all right, but this one might throw people off.
Wait,
but,
wait. Back up. Is MJ your favorite artist?
He's one of my top 3.
Okay, that's a good spot for him.
So artists, individual artists, yes. Now, if you're talking about,
I did not know that.
yes. Well,
Actually, that's interesting. But I have a follow up question.
yeah,
for that.
I figured I was like, because I was gonna answer and say something, but I was like, let me not jump ahead. I want to say that the third one would probably have to be "Woman to Woman" by Shirley Brown. Because I remember
Okay,
one of my
yeah.
older sisters, love her to death. She played it one time for me, and I was like, "Who is that?" And my mom was like, "You don't know nothing about this right here." She was like, "This way ahead of your time." She was like, "This is for the ladies." And I started going out and performing that, and I actually won a competition back in 2017. That was my finale song,
Oh, wow.
and it was nothing because I went. It was a ladies' night that night, so I played the crowd. I was like, "Okay, let me sing this." And at the beginning, it speaks, and I was basically talking and saying, "This is for the ladies. I'm pretty sure, you guys have been through this at least once. So make some noise if this for y'all." As soon as it started, and they was like, "Woo!" Everybody went and got into it.
It's funny. So that was part of my question too. So I wanted to highlight some of the stuff that DJ's done, other than the question I was going to ask him. And so my question, really, second tier question was, how many competitions have you done, and how many have you won? And what would you say is the biggest one you've done? Because I know you did one that was a little bit on a higher echelon. The one where you flew somewhere for it.
That one was in Florida.
Florida, that's right. Okay.
Yeah.
I just
So
hit the mic. You see that?
I
just
performed.
tapped the mic. I punched the mic. I'm sorry. I slapped the mic.
He got
I got
it,
so
he was like,
excited. I was like, ugh.
So that was probably one of my top ones that I've done in my life. And that one was because I was in a competition that was online during COVID. And I basically, before everybody started doing this whole, video chat, all these different apps and stuff that they have now that you can do it, I was one of the first back in 2019, 2020, where they had the competition was virtual.
Okay.
And that means you couldn't see there, you couldn't be around anybody, you couldn't hear anybody, so you were surprised by everything. So they was like, pick 2 songs. There was pick a song, which this is very unusual, but I like the way they did it. Pick a song that explains or shows your talent, and then pick a song that explains who you are. So I was like, oh, I was like, that's different. Like,
That's
pick a song
different,
explains who I am.
Yeah.
So I just recently went through something, and I decided to pick. It was a MJ song, was "She's Out of My Life," and then I did Prince's. Funny enough, them hand in hand. I did Prince's. Oh my God, not Purple Rain. What is the other one?
Little Red Corvette.
Cry?
Don't gotta be beautiful.
Oh, Kiss.
Kiss.
Yeah.
I did that one, and that was my finale song for that, and I won. And then you became the champion, and then I had to go to the All-Stars where all the champions go against each other, and I won that. So it was 16 champions from their each season, and I was season 10 winner. And then I went that, and then they flew me out to Florida. And I was like, this is the first time I've ever been flown out for like, something like that. So I was like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do, what's going on. And they were like, when you get here, you're going to perform at Playlist Live. And I was like, what is Playlist Live? It's where Meet Me at the time tagged Snapchat, Instagram, all of these places, the owners and the main people of those apps, they come out. They fly out and you get to talk to all of them.
Oh, that's
You get to
cool.
meet them and party with like these big wigs, like YouTube famous people. And I thought out of place because I was like, I want a show in a contest, but these people have YouTube channels with 3 million. And I was like, I don't have that. I have like 600,000 followers on this thing that I'm on. And then it's like, they look at you, there's like, first thing they ask, how many followers you have? I was like,
oh God,
600,000.
wow,
Like,
it is so like that.
no, but
Jesus.
it's interesting though. Ooh, look, I didn't hit the mic. It's interesting. So I only had that, but then once they pulled me on to perform, I grasped everyone's attention as soon as it started. And they were like, I watched everyone kind of go from by the pools and they're coming in and they're gathering around. They're like, oh my gosh. And then like the people I was friends with on the actual app were like, yeah, that's my friend. We've been, y'all are new. And it was real cool. And that was a really big thing. It was a big payout for that. It was great. But then because due to COVID, I was supposed to go to like a show afterwards and get it going. But COVID kind of ruined a lot of stuff. Ruined a lot of stuff for a lot of people.
Right.
Yeah, makes sense. So how many contests would you say you've done?
In what time frame?
Let's just say
Lifetime.
in the last 5 years. No, last 5 years. Because really the last 5 years has been different.
Oof. Okay, so I would just throw out a number. Probably non-professional competitions, probably like 7 or 8. And I've been at 12 professional competitions.
Okay, that's the answer I want. And then the other thing too is I know we highlighted music, but in the industry itself, I know I want to say, was it after COVID or before? I can't remember when it was, but I remember you did stuff in TV for a little while too. How much stuff did you do with that? And didn't you danced on something big too for that, right?
Yeah.
Can you say?
So on American Song Contest was a show that came out a couple years ago, and that was NBC. That was one of the bigger things for me. That was one of my first.
I remember when you were doing that. That shit was cool.
Oh my gosh. I can't, like, to this day, I still cheese over it because it's like we got there and I was like, I didn't know what exactly to do because it's been quite a few years since I've been in that. When we got there, I had to do the pilot for the show and like the intro for the actual, once it started going. And I got to meet a lot of people, a lot of singers and performers around. But when I did that, it was like all over the pilot and intro. You see me and I was like, oh my God, is that really me on there? Is that like really TV? And I started going places and people were like, didn't I see you? Haven't we known? And I'm like, yeah.
Right.
And then you were saying something that I danced on. So there was a show, and not many people know unless they know me. You know this. Now, there was a show that was on TV. It's Shake It Up Chicago. There was one that I auditioned to be on. And there was a guy named Rashawn Fagan, and I met him, and he was really cool. And then he told me about some other events that I can go do. He was like, World of Dance. I was like, yeah, I'm a performer, but I'm also a battler. So I do a battle style of dance, and I also do choreography.
Right.
So he brought me up to one of them, and I started performing, and I was able to actually perform at the World of Dance due to him.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Okay.
And so what is your next step? What do you want to do next in the industry or out of the
Wait
industry?
a minute.
That's
Did you just steal my question?
Did I?
You just literally stole my question.
Oh no, you can do the.
I mean, you asked the question, I
you know
answered his
what?
question list, so look, it's back
That's
and
true.
forth now.
That's true. Actually, it did say Mike, but I didn't read it all the way. Okay, whatever. There was something else I wanted to bring up before I say like what is next for you. It's just, but But you have to answer what is next first, anyways. So that's why.
Well, you should know
anyways.
which one of them is because we kind of spoke about it. Hopefully next year, towards the beginning, right after my birthday, I'll be 32 next year. So I think I'll be going to. Bye. I think I'll say it again.
You can't say it.
Look.
Don't say it.
Okay,
because I'll say how old you are.
All right, pop. Keep playing.
I'll get your cane for you in a minute.
I
Just be
set
quiet.
myself up. Keep
So-
going. Continue.
I think that I want to audition for The Voice. It was something that we spoke about, and I've kind of made up my mind now.
That'd be cool.
You should.
And there's obviously your family, where you guys will all be there with me because without y'all don't know this, but without Mike's family, without his whole family, I probably wouldn't be where I'm sitting now and in such a positive mind frame that I have. Been through a lot, but yeah, it'd be The Voice, and then I'm also going to be auditioning for more Hulu and Netflix originals because I'll have the means to do so.
Yeah.
So I'll be trying to go back into that and doing a little bit more acting because I think that's where my singing, my dancing, all my other skills can be showed all together.
Right.
And
I
more
would love to
fluidly.
see that. I think you'd be perfect on camera, to be honest with you. And
yeah.
like I said, I'll go back to it a little bit. I brought up the production thing that I mean, even if it's just a project, I really would like to start a project with you this year. Maybe, and I'm obviously not going to be in it like that. Just me. Maybe get a musician with you to create a little duo or something where you could do stuff locally. I think you would love that. I think you'd kill it. Seeing Sade do it this last week gave me the idea in the first place. Like, you should be doing stuff live because you're not a karaoke singer. I love you, but you're not.
I just use that for practice.
No, I know. And don't get me wrong.
No.
That is a great practice.
But
tool.
he puts on an actual show.
Yes.
He don't just get up there.
Yes.
and
Wait till
sing.
you
Like,
hear
he
my.
put-
Wait till I
like,
tell you about my bar story.
But so let me give you. I got a question for you. Who would you love to sit down with, dead or alive?
Ooh,
That are
I
what?
like that.
Alive?
Dead or alive.
alive.
Who? If you had the chance to sit down with anybody.
Oh my
Who
God,
would
that
you-
is a loaded question.
That is.
Don't be writing down questions like you know me. Don't do that. don't do me
Hey
that.
man, don't get me. I'm good at my job.
But do you
Yeah.
mean like which way do you mean? Do you mean like anybody, or you mean like an artist or a singer?
anybody could be a famous person. It could be like a.
I have two or just one.
Yeah.
Just one.
No, give me two then.
Robin Williams would be the first one.
Oh my God,
I like
that. That is not something I thought you would say.
I'm gonna
not
tell you
surprised by that.
why first.
I'm not surprised by that, but go ahead.
Because I started doing what he did because I heard his story.
Mm-hmm.
Robin Williams was one of the only few actors from the beginning that was not famous because of his acting.
Right,
And he
exactly.
he walked from city to city, state to state on his feet to get roles. And he would do this one,
Right.
not this one, go to this one. And he did not never, ever, ever, ever give up. But he also was a person that I remember saying in one of his interviews said, always check on your friends that are smiling and happy all the time.
Right.
And then he was one of the first people who started putting out there and telling them the people that are the happiest are usually the saddest at the end of the day. And I feel that greatly because a lot of people see me and, putting myself on the kind of like, I smile. I'm always either what they say put together. I never, there was a guy that told me the other day, he was like, not a hair out of place.
Right.
I'm like, yeah, but that is a lot of stress to put on too. You have to always look right or sound right or come off and be positive and be good. But he was like that. He was always this amazing actor, and then look what happened to him. No one ever really checked on him because no one really knew what the problems were, and that's usually with most men.
yeah.
But men's
I was
minds
watching
are last checked.
I was watching a podcast just recently about that, and like I said, I think I told you, Mike, we talked about this maybe on the podcast that the way men are raised, and it was a woman that was talking about this, which is really funny. She was just saying we're raised a certain way with a bunch of pressure, and it's always overlooked. It's always overlooked. Men aren't supposed to be, mentally stressed out or have emotions or any of that stuff because it gets looked at in a bad light for whatever reason. It always has. And so I like that you said that because it's so true. It's never checked enough. And Robin Williams was a big hit. He was a big hit when we lost him the way we did. Him having mental health issues for years being unchecked, like that kind of stuff just makes me sad because I don't know if you guys know this. He's one of my favorite of all time.
Yeah.
That is
and everything he did,
also mine.
comedian, he was just a wild character, And so,
But there's a reason why I brought him up with that because him playing the genie inside of Aladdin, people didn't realize out of all of his acting and doing the voices for a character, that one got like the most praise out of most of his stuff that he's done, because at that time he was going through something that was drastic, but you could hear it in the way that he was rapping or singing and doing his parts. He was really putting it in there.
Right.
Yeah.
So, because I know you want to move on to the next segment, because we're almost out of time. But who is the next one, real quick?
It's kind of hard. I almost wanted to say MJ because I said Michael Jackson earlier, but it's actually Whitney Houston.
Whitney. Okay.
Whitney's a good one too.
Yeah. The reason is just to keep it short. What she went through and who she went through her things with.
Yeah.
And as a performer, there's not a woman alive now or that will probably ever be that has her range and the way that she sings with her, like people like to say like ring IQ in boxing, with her singing IQ and how she does things. It's blasphemous how good she is.
Well,
I'm like,
what she did is she's like an MJ. She's like a Michael Jordan.
Yes.
Right.
You know, she did something and everybody followed suit. And there's some people that maybe got better than her, got to a spot where you could say they're better or like above her technically. But the truth is they all banked off of her. They all saw how she did it and they took it and ran with it. And don't get me wrong, Mariah was right there with her too. Like they both were kind of doing the same thing around the same time, but Whitney came first and you saw Mariah come on and kind of literally bang off of what she did in a different direction, but very similar. And
but you see, there's something with me with the whole Mariah thing. Like there's a woman that I follow that's actually a real big for me. Her name is Shantae Moore.
Yeah.
And she just, if y'all haven't heard it, Shantae Moore, It's All Right. So I'm telling you, it'll put you in a whole different mindset and realm. But
and with Whitney still to this day, speaking of performances at a game, she still has one of the, if not the top Star Spangled Banner I've ever heard.
On YouTube,
and it was live. And people always say, oh, like these new people come out and will do it, and they'll say, oh, was this good? And I'm like, no, it's trash.
Mariah did pretty good
like,
too.
Why?
Hers a long time ago, I remember seeing, but Whitney still. I don't know. Whitney is just a totally different animal.
Whitney's was my favorite until Chris Stapleton last year, and now Chris Stapleton killed his to a different way, and I like Men's Voice a little bit more, so he might edge her out, but. Whitney was the what's that called? I can't even think of the word. She was the pinnacle.
The plateau.
Yeah, she's the platform. She's what everybody was trying to reach, and I hadn't seen too many people get over that.
She set the bar.
She set the bar. That's what I was thinking. Yeah. All right, we did a lot of music with DJ. I love it.
That's great because he's very talented.
Well, both of you guys know a lot of music too, so it's like it's easy to be able to speak about
That's
that.
That's true. And plus, like I said, what I was saying about the music thing, that's something that me and him connected on right away because I started giving him songs that I want him to sing, stuff I love. Like I love Me and Mrs. Jones, and I was like, DJ sang it one time. I was like, that's it. You know, I'm going to give you like 5 million songs. Like I'm going to give you songs to do all the time, and you can ask him. I give him songs all the time from that older generation, that older era. We both love Alan Stone.
Right.
Oh my
If you don't know Alan Stone, like we were listening to Alan Stone before he went big on American Idol. He didn't win American Idol, but as soon as they brought him on here, his stardom like kind of got bigger because he was.
But why is it people like that that are really better in their year that they auditioned? I don't think anybody was better than him.
No.
I was like, how did he not win?
What's funny is that a contestant went on the show 2 years before he ever went on American Idol and sang his song. And you watched him explode all of a sudden. Then Alan Stone last year goes on this thing and does it live, and he's better than all the contestants for reals.
You guys, Alan Stone, Unaware. I'm just dropping knowledge. Y'all check that out. That one right there.
Anyways. So let's go past the music. Let's get into some bar stories because this is another side of DJ I want to get people to know. And we really are flying to the time here, and I didn't realize how long we talked on subjects. But let me get into this because I got some great stories. Me and Mike got some great stories today. So let's get into it. Mike, tell your story first.
I don't even. You know what? I don't really have. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't have a cool bar. What's up, Marty fucking McFly?
Marty McFly.
Marty.
I like how he just stalled behind us. Like,
he was like, uh-oh.
Yeah, I was like, go ahead. You good. You got it.
Go ahead.
Hey, y'all, this is the real bar that we had, so you're going to get that sometime.
Yes, live. We are live.
We're going to have our people come and say what's up to us.
Okay, so
Anyways,
Mike,
I
Kill
don't. I'm gonna be honest. I don't have a bar story this week. I know I wrote something down, but it's not funny. It's not nothing. It just,
You know what?
What's the bar story?
I think I'll tell my story.
Well, because you know why? Because
You let me tell my story, then you tell your story about it, because this is
go
going to
ahead,
connect
go
to
ahead.
it. It's going to connect to it.
Go ahead.
You're going to tell. I'm going to tell you why, because we're gonna make some jokes about some stuff.
Okay,
And we're
go
gonna have.
But see,
laugh.
I don't even feel like I want to talk about that because people say people going to start saying that I talk about the subject too much. And I
Well-
feel like, but go ahead, go
Okay,
ahead.
okay,
Fuck it.
all right.
Fuck it.
Do
It's
we care?
fucking robot
Do we
talk.
care if anybody says any of that?
Yeah,
Actually,
who
I
cares?
don't.
I'm gonna
Who
need me
cares?
another drink though.
Yeah, I'm gonna need another drink.
Bartender.
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 What is on the show? Butt scratcher.
Butt scratcher.
Butt scratcher. Can we get Woodrow, please?
We need one more drink here. Can I ask a live
The
question
Woodrow
to the
Reserve.
audience? How were the wings?
Wood for reserve
How were the
on
wings?
ice. Fire.
Were the wings okay?
Was the wings okay? Wings.
Okay.
Yeah, they was
All
like,
right.
huh? You talking to us? They was like, wait a minute.
But you gotta be honest though.
Fire. I love the heat rub ones.
See, I
Anyways, so let's get into this bar story real quick.
Right, go ahead. Jay, sir.
So I had to bring up this bar story because he's on the show, right? I just recently I went to one of Mr. DJ's contests here.
Why are you making a
And-
face though?
It wasn't that one.
That's okay. It's okay. You just drink. Oh, was it Fireball? She did
No.
Fireball.
No, what?
I know, but what did she just give you? Bet you it's Fireball. It's okay. It's okay.
No, I want Woodford, please.
Ooh,
Okay.
that hit real nice. Oh wait, hold on. Warmed up the voice. Might have to sing
Dang,
something, right?
maybe we do let you sing. Okay.
All right, tell your story. Go ahead.
Okay, so I go to the contest the DJ is going to be in, and it just so happens that he's doing a karaoke contest at a bar out here. Should I say the name?
Yeah,
I'll
sh-
say
yeah,
the
let-
name.
shout it
Okay,
out.
Okay, I'll shout it out. I went to go watch this contest at Exotico.
Yes.
Now, Exotico out here is a gay bar, if you didn't know. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't have like a ton of experience going to gay bars, but I do. I'm totally secure with myself.
I do.
I've gone before. I've had a good time and never had no problems.
I shouldn't talk about this.
But when I went, I wanted to bring this story up specifically because I was like a little bit what's the word? Shocked, I guess is a better term.
I'm trying to hold it in.
Bro, I get there and they had dancers, go-go dancers, and
Wait,
everything.
so let me ask you, did you know it was a gay bar before you went in?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, I did. But
Did you hear the name? Exotico.
I didn't know when someone took me.
yeah, I did know because the place that it was has been a gay bar for a long time. But anyways, I went gay bar. It was awesome.
Thank you.
And Mr. DJ sang the Lenny Williams song that he brought up. And when I say he tore the whole house down, I mean, like I got videos and everything, and there was no doubt about it. He was so much better than all the other singers. Like if they don't give him the money for this contest, first of all,
Wait, can I just? I just want to
It's
add this
me.
in real quick.
Okay.
Because they were doing that at the end. You know, obviously, I'm with anything, whether win or lose of games or anything. I'm a very good sport.
Yeah.
But at the end, like he said, his words, not mine. Tear the house down. When I tell you, everybody in there stood up and dang near ran to the stage and was screaming. You couldn't hear anything. They broke the sound barrier in there.
Okay.
It was
And
that loud.
Then they were like, "Well, is it DJ or is it this person? Is it DJ or is it this person?" They did like 4 times. I'm sitting there like,
Bro, it's DJ. The whole crowd is yelling. Like I can't scream no more.
Yeah.
First of all, and second of all, like it's not even close.
no. But then the guy that I was singing against was just like, "You got it." Like I don't know what they're doing, and I was like,
Right.
"It's okay." I was like, "Look, you got to give anticipation."
Right.
And he was just like, and then at one point he even told me, he said it to me. That's why he was whispering to me. He said, "Oh my God," he was like, "This is upsetting me." He was like, "Because now I feel dumb." And I'm like, "No." I was like, "Man, it's just about you enjoy yourself. You did good. You have your fun."
Yeah.
But continue. I'm sorry. I just had to
Anyways.
add that.
So we watched the reason why I want to bring it was because like it was just funny. Like there was some wiener in my face like the whole time. I was like,
I'm gonna say the word wiener.
Yes, listen. I'm eye
Oh
level.
my God.
Look,
He says a wiener in his
there's a
face.
small square area where they were doing the
Wow.
singing, and I was like, I'm gonna sit front row. Well, I sat front row, and like right when I sat front row, I mean immediately, all of a sudden this dude comes out in like the skimpiest underwear I've ever seen a guy wear ever. Okay,
what they wear at, like, clubs,
and
strip
like
clubs.
the worst part is I sat down and I saw that I sat down and I saw a box and I saw the box and I didn't think nothing of it. And then the guy climbed up on the box and I was like, oh, so this guy's asshole and dick was in my face.
But wait,
the entire night, like.
But wait. Can I ask you a question? Wait. Let me.
I'm sorry.
I gotta ask him a question.
You killing me.
I gotta ask him a question. Why you just didn't move, Mike?
Because I was front row and it was packed.
Everything else was packed. Everything else was
You
taken.
couldn't move at all.
I mean, I could,
But
You couldn't move at all, Mike.
I did ask them from where we were sitting. I was like, "Can we switch the dancers?" Because I had.
They did have a girl dancer.
I was like,
at
"Can
one
you
point,
dance
like,
and switch the area?" Because I'm like, "You got your whole taint in people's."
And what's
face.
even funnier, even funnier about this whole story is that as the guy gets up there and dancing, I don't know why. This guy was 5'4". Don't know why he was so small. He was damn near a midget, okay? And I couldn't tell at first because I was like staring at where DJ was getting ready to sing, right? And he gets up in my peripheral and I just see him pop up and I just see dick and balls, right? So I see him and I don't think nothing of it. When this man hopped down off the box, he was almost the same height as the goddamn box. And let me just tell you, this guy was feeling DJ. Dude. He was listen to me, he was legitimately feeling DJ. So every time DJ would come by, just check on me, see, because he always was like, "Hey, what are you doing?"
Because I want to make sure my friends are good. You're in a place where everybody, like, look, mind you, Mike's not gay. Mike has a whole family and all this, and he's sitting there, and then it's funny to me in my head because I am the best gay friend, but I'm a totally different breed. So I'm watching, I look across the bar, and Mike's just like walking around, and then like this dude sitting there, just everything's moving. Mike's just like. Oh my God, I'm trying to, and then I come over like, "Are you good?" And as soon as I come over, Mr. 5 foot is right there. Just, I'm like, "Oh, hello, hi."
Say hello. He's like talking to hello. I was like, "Bro, stop
hello.
It. Stop it." So anyways, when DJ came over first, he sat down, talked to me, whatever. He's like, "Okay, this guy's kind of cute." And then I was like, "Okay, cool." I was like, "Yeah, he's dancing all up in my face." And he's like, "Yeah, I saw that." And he's like, "Mike, you're doing really good. Like, not, freaking out about it." I'm like, "Yeah." Anyways, he walks away. DJ, if you ever see him in a club or bar, he does not sit still. It's very rare. In fact, here he sits a little bit more still because you don't want to lose your seat.
Don't say it like I'm in kindergarten. Not sit still.
He's like this group of friends. He's the chameleon. He's got groups.
But
of
you got to
friends
realize it's networking as a performer.
Right. So, anyways, DJ, every time he would leave and then come back, he would stop and have a little dance session with this guy right in front of me. Like, so they were just having that. So that was happening. Man, it was crazy, but it was good. It was a good time. It was funny. Funniest part about the story, guess who went with me?
Ooh.
Ty. And now Ty is I love you, Ty. If you're listening, I love you. But he's a complete goofball because he was like, "Mike, I can't move." I was like, "Bro, it's just a wiener. You can look to your left. It's fine."
No, then Ty said he was like, "But it's looking at me." He was like, "It's just there." And then he made a joke because throughout the night goes on, we're having some drinks. Ty, I love you to death, but I gotta say it because I told you I was gonna say it. He was like, "I get that he's wearing it." He was like, "But why is it just erect? Like it's just there?" And I was like, "Ty," and he was like, he's like 5'4". It's like it's a problem. Why? I was like, no. I was like, well, he's on like a 3 foot box and he's 5'4", so he's right in your face.
DJ, when he climbed up the box, DJ was like, "Oh man!" I was like, "What?"
Because we were like this.
He's like, "I really thought he was. I thought he was taller. I didn't realize I was like dancing with."
Yeah,
he
gets off the box and he's right here, and I was like, "Oh, little Paquito," like,
Right, like. So I gotta tell my story because it actually goes mirrored with your story.
Okay.
So I used to go to the Abbey a lot. You know Abbey a lot with my.
Do you know about the Abbey?
Yeah, of course you know about the Abbey.
Okay, see,
I don't even go there anymore because
he's like,
oof.
he tells me the other day, I used to go to the Abbey all the time. And it's cool. He was like, "The hell's the Abbey?" He's like, "You never been to the Abbey, Mike?" No.
Yeah. So
no. Why would I know about the Abbey?
I used to go because I was in the lifestyle, right? So I used to go with my wife.
Wait,
you was in the who?
You just confused.
Oh, okay.
Entire
pineapple.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but that's not the way he said it.
Yeah, but that's what he meant.
He told me that the Abbey was a gay bar, and then he literally just said he went to the Abbey, and because he used to be in the lifestyle. Right. I was like,
well, all you folks out there upside down pineapple.
Can I finish my story?
I knew you like boys.
Can I finish my story?
Sure.
And first of all, let's not start that rumor because motherfuckers take shit and run with it.
Okay, you're
right. Don't do them that.
Right. So a lot of swinger couples and people in the lifestyle, they will go to places like that, like me and wife, and we'll pick up women there. Because a lot of bi women hang out there.
Yeah.
So. We just say upside down pineapple. All right.
Anyways, I went there a couple of years ago with our friend D'Angelo. Because it was his birthday. So it was me, D'Angelo, and another boy of ours. Is his name
D'Angelo or is it just Angelo?
Well, I didn't want to put him on blast, motherfucker. Stupid ass.
Damn,
Mike.
Hush.
Busted. Say it.
Say it again. Say what you saying.
Anyway, we took him there for his birthday. First of all, a lot of straight people hang out at Abbey and right there on Santa Monica because this is fun as fuck. Like, motherfuckers over there know how to party.
Oh no, we be getting it.
No, they know how to party over there. But anyways, so fuck you, motherfucker. Right, let me little notes. Anyway, so we're outside on a patio, right? And next to our table was a dancer. Like a dancer pole, right?
Yeah.
For the go-go dance or whatever. And obviously, guys dancing or whatever. We sat next to the one where it was this cute girl.
Fucking Mike.
Right? So it was a cute girl dancing. And we was like, okay, cool. But you know how they switch like every 20 minutes? All of a sudden, when they switched, this little 12-year-old boy jumped on the fucking pole with tighty whities on. And you should have heard.
Those aren't tighty whities, sir. Those are
D'Angelo. D'Angelo looked around and was like, boy, where your mama at?
Wait, you said it, and that was the first thing that went through my head. I was like, parental advisory.
I promise you, it was this little ass dude,
boy, where your mama
no
at?
shirt and just tidy whities, and he looked like he was 12 years old. And yeah, man, that shit was funny as fuck. And we was like, why are you at our table?
like you couldn't go to the other side of the bar?
Like, it was 7 other boxes, motherfucker.
He said, boy, where your mama at?
And no, D'Angelo really said that shit was how, man, we was
Bro,
dying.
that is hilarious because that's exactly I heard Angelo's voice. D'Angelo's voice.
Boy, where your mama at?
Yeah, and he said it like that too.
That
like if
is
you can imagine him.
Tonight.
Well, and by the way, I just want to correct your story. That's not whitey tidies or tidy whities. Those are called ta-dun-ta-duns when you're a little kid.
No, da-dun-ta-duns.
Ta-dun-ta-dun. No, ta-dun-ta-dun.
How you add a T-U
I
to
can
a
add
word?
it how I can say it how I want.
Boy, bye. It's
Ta-dun-ta-dun.
da-dun-ta-dun.
Ta-dun-ta-dun.
Da-dun-ta-duns.
Okay.
But anyway,
fine,
so
whatever.
the rest of the night, after we left the bar, Angelo, big ass,
Wait.
Angelo's big ass gets on one of those electric bikes.
Did he fall?
No, you know how the Abbey, it's on like a hill. Cause what I'm saying, this motherfucker, you already know. He gets on an electric bike, right? He don't know where the brakes is. He don't know where the brakes is. So all you hear is, move, bitches, move. It's a black man coming. And then all of a sudden he ran into the bushes.
Hey, wait. That's not funny because them bushes be having roses and stuff in them. I know he probably fell and forgot.
We was like running after him trying to help him and shit, but we was laughing so hard like we couldn't run fast because he was like, "Move, bitches, black man coming!" Like,
That's hilarious.
Which if I would have been riding that and then couldn't find the brakes, I'd have been like, "Check, please."
but
'Cause
Angelo, no, he was so lit. He was drunk as fuck.
isn't that normal?
Well, yeah, but that shit
For
was
per usual.
So that was my story.
Angela, don't hate me. Per usual.
What about you, DJ? You got a bar story for us? It can be short. It can be sweet.
I
Whatever you
have
want.
something that was before you got Alchemy Row that I wanted to bring up because
I don't like the smile.
it's something,
Get out of it.
and it might be a little trouble. It's a little trouble. It has to do with myself. But so when this bar was Ruben's, it was right actually when COVID was getting ready to start. Before it started, I said getting ready to start like it was planned. Anyways, before it started, and I was here one night, and I was here with two buddies that are a part of a band. One of them's Runaway. It's one of the drummers, and we were out here hanging out, had a couple drinks, and I guess someone had a little too much to drink and was upset because it was another gay male like myself that came in and was trying to holler at one of my friends, and he was not for it. So I told him like, "I'll just let him be. Like he's not about that. You're trying to be respectful." Right. Now here's the difference, and this is why I tell people I'm cut from a different fabric than most people in my lifestyle. Because I'm not going to bother you. I'm not going to push nothing on you. And then if you don't like it, I'm not going to get mad at you and then try to fight you for it. 2 reasons I'm not going to fight you for it. Because 1, you're probably not ready to fight me. And then 2, I feel like that's just ignorant.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to mention any names, but the individual tried to fight with me here. And that night I ended up my first time ever going to jail.
I was wondering if this is where you're going with it.
Yeah,
Because I was like, do we bring up DJ's fight stories? If you don't know, like DJ is avid. We'll just say trained. I'm not gonna say any more than that because we don't need to go into all that.
Yeah.
But he can fight.
I mean, if most people know, I'm a Chicago boy, and if you know anybody that's from out there in that area or New York or Atlanta, certain areas, most of us either grew up fighting, subtracting the lifestyle part. Because that's the only reason why I actually really get into fights. No one ever gets in fights with me because they don't like me.
Right.
They're just like, oh, when you're in a game, you're an easy target. I'm like,
That's not a good reason.
I'm like, baby, let me
Right.
tell you something about me. You gonna go ahead and do that. When you wake up, you gonna ahead, just let me know how you feel about that now. But what ended up happening is, it started in here. Long story short, it headed out to the front door, and I would have never fought him if he would have never spit on me, because he hawked his mouth, hawked a loogie, because he couldn't hit me. Swung a couple times, and I was like, this is not what you want. Like, just walk away, leave it be. And he hawked and he spit on me. When he spit on me, it flipped a switch. And I mean, if anybody, male, woman, no matter if they're gay, straight, whatever, I know anybody out there that's listening to this today is going to be like, you spit on me, baby, that's worse. That's the worst thing you can do to somebody. That's disgusting. In Japan, if you spit on the ground, you go to jail.
Right.
Like, huh?
Well, and spitting is assault either way.
Yeah, but now it's even more so because after COVID, it's a threat to someone's life, because you can give somebody something that they could die from.
I was on the jury for a spit case. They do not play.
Yeah.
I was a juror on a spit case, and it was a inmate spit on a guard, and I got a lot of extra time just for spitting on a guard and his ass beat.
Yeah,
because both things are going to happen.
Yeah.
But so. Yeah, it went from that, and to end the whole little fight thing, we was outside. Now, mind you, I hit him one time because
That's all it takes.
There was another person, I'm going to mention the name, KJ Eliza, love her to death. I met her in a competition years ago. She is amazing.
She really is.
She was there that night out front when it happened, and it happened to be someone that she used to be cool with at the time.
That's right. I remember this guy. The guy that he's talking about too is also he could get drunk and he was very rude.
And his MO was like he would get into it with you, and then he would start something with you, and if you did something, he would call the police on you, which he did to me, and I ended up going to jail for that. And then when things got figured out and all that, they realized he was wrong. He got in trouble for it. And I was like, but that doesn't take back my time of me having to be like, I ain't never been in jail. I was like, even though I fight, what is going on?
That's the problem with fighting in general.
PTSD? What the
problem
heck?
with fighting in general is even if you're in the right, if you put your hands on somebody, you're at risk to get in trouble. That's why it's dangerous.
But the problem and the reason why the stuff is still to this day, we have something minor that's going on that we're dealing with, is because not only did they not get any information from anybody, once they came to him and they seen what he looked like, because I hit him once. What ended up happening is I got some teeth out of his mouth, and he had to have like a small surgery or whatever, because he had it shattered his cheekbone underneath the orbital socket for the eye. And they looked at me when they came to my house because he knew my actual name from somebody. But yeah, he did that, and they came and they arrested me, and I was like, they took me to jail. I was in underwear, no socks, no shoes. I was like, hello.
Were they to-dun-to-duns?
No, I wear silk and satin stuff. Don't play with me.
Okay.
But yeah, it was that, and mind you, the funny part is I ended up in jail getting into a fight, and I actually have the mark above my eye from it because they put me in the wrong area, because they did it and then they shipped me out, and I went out, let's just say, to my next facility. But I was like, how did y'all not know I was gay? I got acrylics on my fingers, and I had my hair braided up in a ponytail.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, we didn't know. Are you slow? But yeah, it is what it is.
That's crazy though. I remember that story, and I remember, we were obviously already, pretty good friends when all that happened. I just remember like, dang, man, it sucks because, I've gotten into some stuff out here with people just because drinking or whatever. And I don't drink, but I'd always get into it with somebody who's been drinking or whatever. Yeah. And like, I'm always scared of that. And that's why people are like, why did you do something with that guy? I was like, because it's just, it's a lot easier to walk away and not let him get my energy like that. But sometimes you can't help it. When someone
P.S.
spits
Mike's
on
helped
you,
me with a lot with that, because I don't fight as much as I used to.
But here's the thing.
All.
The truth is, if someone spit on me, it would be reactory at that point.
Yeah, like I didn't even, I hit him, and instantly after I was like, oh my God. I was like, dang,
Can I just say something too? Like, this has got nothing to do with like how good he is or nothing like that. But have you seen how big DJ's hands are?
Oh yeah,
I wouldn't want to get hit by him
either.
either. Yeah, I mean, like he got these big mitts, bro. Like, anyways, and I'm a fight enthusiast. So it's funny. Like I sometimes tell somebody, "No, just walk away. It's not worth it." But I'm like, but in a little part of me is like, but I do want to watch it. I can't help it.
Yeah, it's like I don't want you to get in trouble. I don't want you to fight, but it would be good to see that.
Yeah,
how about we go to a gym?
Like that's the other thing too about DJ. He's not just outlandish or like, because he's got into it before, right, with people I know and all that stuff. But 99% of the time, maybe even 100% of the time, it's always to some idiot who no one will who will just get away with it. Like get away with it.
And I think that's my problem.
And DJ does not let you get away with that. Like you can't be bullying people, making fun. It doesn't matter if you're talking about like, especially if it's somebody he's close to, like me. He'll hear one thing about me and he'll react, and I'm like, bro, don't even worry. They're just talking. He's like, no, bro, they can't be talking like that. I'm like,
yeah, like I will never say any names of people
Yeah.
because I feel like that's just messy, and like I'm a better person than that. But I will say, if it's like Mike's my best friend, and this right here is like my brother. So it's like if these people are close to me and I hear you say something, but then you're also smiling and acting like they're cool in your face, I'm not about to play that game because guess what? Excuse my language, but I'm okay with being the bitch. I'm okay with being the asshole. Yeah, that's fine. You want to know why? Because I'm already looked at as this, that, and the third. That's fine.
Yeah,
but you're not about to talk about this person who does a lot, not just for you, for the community, and a lot of stuff that's in the background that a lot of people don't talk about. Like he doesn't have to talk about it, but his wife, which has been on the show, JP, she does a lot of stuff for the community too, like all the time, helping people, volunteering for this and that, giving to people that don't have.
Shout out to
and then
Thanks
Mike,
Love.
yes,
Yeah.
and then Mike also does it. But then for people to be like, well, they don't, and I don't like that. Like, and I'm not that kind of person. And I do a lot for the community too, but I'm not one that runs around like, oh, well, look what I do.
Right.
No, I just do it and I sit back.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can't be foul or anything to people that I care about because I've been bullied in the past, and because I've dealt with that, I gotta bullies stuff. It got to be nipped in the bud. If I stop that now, then I know you ain't got to worry about before. Like I tell people all the time, I've never had to fight the same person twice or get into it with the same person twice.
Man, we should have a whole episode just on bully stories because I got some of the funniest bully stories, bro, where like a bully learns his lesson. Those are my favorite.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, like I mean, I got some good ones. I got some good stories I'll have to bring up, but
Y'all gonna have to bring me back for that.
yes. But we do got to speed up a little bit.
Yeah,
We are up there in time, and so every episode of the show we come up with a bar rule. So
Each of you do.
Yeah, we each come with a bar rule. Eventually, we're gonna go back and write all these down and do like a little manuscript or something about bar rules. But my bar rule this week is please clap and tip your entertainment. I mean, like these guys come, even if they're not the best or not your favorite that you ever heard, doesn't matter. Just give them some appreciation. It takes a lot to get up there in every direction. It takes a lot of time and effort to really be able to do what they do. And if it's not good, that's neither here nor there. Right. You know, they're up there. They're doing their thing. Give them appreciation. Clap and take care of them. And the tipping part is like, don't forget, a lot of these guys, they work for tips. These bars out here that we're not making it rich. We're not making tons of money. We make some money, but you know, they get paid a certain amount, and it sometimes isn't enough. Just straight up, it's not enough to live today in California. Absolutely. So they rely on those tips. They rely on people taking care of, helping them out, because what are they doing for you here? Yeah, they're here and they're here to entertain you, and a lot of times they are entertaining. So good or not good, take care of your people. That's my rule for today.
No, that's actually an excellent rule. I love that rule.
You got a rule?
I'm gonna let you go first because I just thought of something right now.
Okay, my rule is gonna be from this bar, from the bar sign up here. Guys, no shirts, no service. Gals, no shirt, no charge. I love that rule.
What was it? Did you just read the sign?
I said I'm gonna do it from the sign.
Yep, that's what he said.
Wow, bro.
Say what you said. Say it again.
I love it.
Say it one more time. Say it one more time for
You're
him.
a cheater.
Guys, no shirt, no service. Gals, no shirt, no charge.
Okay.
It's a pretty damn good rule.
I would have that role reversed for me. But
you would.
I think, hello, it's me. Now, I don't know if this is like a rule. I kind of feel like it should be. I feel like if you come out to the bar and you order things and you're a complainer, you should automatically have an extra $10 put on your tip, because if you're a complaint fee. If you're a complainer but you don't tip, then you need to automatically, a tip needs to be added. Because I've watched people come out, get the same two things, 2 Michelob Ultras, and order a basket of fries, but the entire 30 minutes, an hour that they're here, they complain about this, that, and the third. If you're gonna be here complaining about over everything, baby, just go buy a box of beer and go home.
Right.
Complain to yourself. Make your fries at home.
I like that.
People are like, I want over hard fries and I want 2 beers cold. You give it to them, they be like, these fries aren't hard enough. Do you want them burnt? Like, I don't know. Yeah. I just feel like if you complain, there should be a charging fee for that, because nobody want to sit up there and have to cater to you, and then you don't even tip. You don't even tip.
Yeah.
And you're gonna complain about
we get
everything.
Some of those. We get some of those every once in a while. I'm like,
Baby, please go take a nap. Find you something safe to do.
I like that. I like that. You know what? One of my rules was kind of like don't complain so much, or at least the complaint needs to be valid. Is what mine was.
Yeah.
So that's pretty close.
But there's like a difference from
But
telling
that's a good.
somebody
I like that
something
rule. I like that rule. Though. I like all the rules, man. They come out good.
Yes.
Before we, okay. First of all, thank you to our sponsor, Alchemy Row. Appreciate it. Thank you to all the live listeners. Thank you to our beautiful bartender who helped get us some drinks in the middle of our show here.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Kanan, who's I don't know what he's yelling over here, but my oldest son is here, just like
What's up, Kanan?
excited to be here.
Yeah, that's my nephew right there. I love him to death, man. He's a performer himself too.
He's out late because he played baseball and had to come with me because we were running late. But anyways, so shout out to that. Thank you guys for following us. Check us out on social media, all that good stuff. But before we leave, we always leave with a cheers.
Yes.
And lately, I've had this tradition where I'm going to have the person that comes on the show cheers for us. So, DJ, come up with a cheers and let's get one.
Okay. He put me on the spot. Okay.
Yeah, I sure did.
All right.
Let's
Let's cheers to positivity, love, and family.
I love that.
Love it.
That's it.
Let's get
I'll
it.
cheers to that all day. Oh, sorry. Love you guys. Well,
Man,
awesome.
thank you, JJ, for coming on, man. I appreciate it, man. Appreciate you.
Yes, thank you.
Man, keep doing your thing because you are definitely not just a karaoke singer, man. Like, I really believe in you. I love seeing you. I love interacting with you. I love watching you perform.
And I love what you guys are doing with this too.
Seriously, this is a serious moment for me. One, I'm gonna have you on my show, and we're gonna get deeper into this shit.
Oh, come on now.
But you was born, like I tell everybody was born with a gift. You found your gift, and I love how you carry it.
Thank you.
Go out there and show the world your fucking gift because you deserve it.
Yep, I
I'll
agree.
do my best, and y'all better be ready.
I agree. Hey, and for me, thank you for coming on the show, friend. I love you. I don't
Love you
care.
too.
I don't care what you
we
do.
said we got it. We said we got to close it with the Toby song.
Yeah, let me
Oh, that's right. Shout out to Toby Keith. Rest in peace, my friend. I hope you're up there looking down and happy. Love you guys. Thank you guys for joining us on another episode. We will see you guys next week.
All right.
Goodbye.
Freddie Mac kissed my ass.